creative use of the ceiling, whether it's using that ceiling to initiate a triple tap play or just getting up off the ceiling, getting his jump back and making a strong second effort. But Guild, you can't count them out. These guys, they've got some great experience. Devo, world champion material. So we'll see how they play and match up against Oxygen here. Game 1. Now an early chance for Guild and a save from Astral.
Does feel like for Guild, a lot of people need to feel confident in that pick because they won against Galaxy Racer due to an own goal pretty much in game 5. And it was tough to watch. But if you're a Guild fan, you are ecstatic after that result. But I still think there's a lot of things that Guild has to prove to us, you know, how they use each other as teammates. And moving forward, they can't just rely on Nolly to get those incredible goal line saves. This one pops out in the middle, and Oxygen seem to be pushing forward more and creating some good pressure.
So far, this first minute has been well matched. Now at the midfield, Oxygen inching up, trying to get to that last third and put it away. Though, poked out right across the middle. Devo upfield, hits though in stride. And Astral, a nice touch to the corner. He'll be able to get the full boost as well. He's staying with the play.
Sailing.
You see him faking out Devo for the time being, but Devo ultimately was able to react. Astral, always creative on the attack.
Yeah, and it's only been a minute and a half, James, and we've already seen Astral go off the ceiling, I believe, multiple times. That was on the backboard. Like, what are you doing positioning yourself so dangerously? It almost works. He could have gotten that incredible pass. You love to see the creativity out of Astral, and now Fair even going for a couple of fakes. And this is what he did against Dignitas. This is why it was such a close series, and how Oxygen stayed in the running to take that win was through Astral and his solo plays. He was setting himself up, James, and wasn't even relying on those infield passes from Chaussette and Farah.
But how far can that get you, especially in an event like this with the season winding down? You're getting to the end and you've got to, oh, and Farah, it looked like he had an opening there.
Oh no.
See if Devo can get a hard shot. He can't. That could have been bad. A counterattack opportunity opened up, but Guild was just trying to keep that ball out of their own net.
It seemed like Oxygen were getting a little bit too desperate there for the goal. Astral had gotten a bump, and then Farah couldn't get the angle coming from the backboard. Forced Chaussette and Astral to stay a little bit too desperate and double commit on the defensive side. And I think that has also been a primary issue for Oxygen whenever we're talking about their defense. While their offense looks great with Astral and Farah being aggressive while Chaussette holds it down as the third man rotation, sometimes they get a little bit too desperate like we just saw there, and they actually push up with too many players, and they give a free counterattack opportunity to the opposing team, excuse me.
And even though that has happened, we're still sitting scoreless, under 2 minutes left to play. Chaussette, a shot opportunity, a weak hit. Devo looked like he got bumped by Tho, and Tho racing to catch it. It was just out of reach, so we'll have to poke it off the backboard, but it gets by Farah. Devo, too high, and Astral will clear it down.
The crossbar with the save. Devo is gonna want another shot just like that, but unfortunately, you don't get too many chances that are as clean as that one.
Devo kicking himself after that one. A fantastic look. Now Oxygen trying to push this ball downfield, but a quick 1-2 that tests the backboard yet again. And now an infield touch. Astral, great speed to beat out Devo, stays with it, but though, first to it. Chaussette out of boost. That's all he could do was lob it up. Now counterattack chance. Devo will poke it up. Farah up early, though, back to the side, and Astral was there first. Devo had to retreat. Now, last line of defense. He misses, shot out in front, and a bump from Nolly back on Chaussette. There's a precarious spot there. And Guild still not out of it. Though.
Oh, lovely backboard defense, though. You can see, though, with that first touch, then following it up afterwards. We're seeing a lot of close individual touches where nobody wants to give away possession. This is an open net for Though, as long as he can find the double tap. The aggression, the demos, all opened up that space for him.
Though this was such a low speed, low altitude double tap. You saw the demo, but that defense from Oxygen getting beat out. Chaussette beat to the ball. The demo prevented that rotation from coming in. And an easy goal for GLD. They had to fight for that, though. Just the positioning. They were fighting all game, and this one might come down to just a single goal.
Yeah, and you have to give credit to the GLD defense to hold on because Oxygen have been looking solid, and now Tho continuing that rotation. Nolly, it seems like he's getting a demo every chance he gets, and they just need to stall out 5 more seconds, and they've got the first game.
Out in front of net. Astral, a split second too late. That was as close as it gets. If that ball bounces with any time left, you saw Astral was going to blast that to the right side of the net. That was a close call, but GLD escaped with a win in game 1.
I could have sworn that ball was going to bounce one more time. I did not think it was going to end on that last bounce. That was milliseconds away, James, from Astral, like you said, absolutely destroying that ball into the back of the net. And you can see just how close this first game was. It came down to a demo play from GLD to get that goal against Oxygen and finally open up some space for him.
But even looking at the number of chances that we saw either team get, GLD had a majority of the chances.
Yes.
You think back to Devo putting the ball high. You even think about the starting play where I think it was Tho took a shot on net with Astral, the only one in net, and Astral was able to get that block. So GLD easily, if they were shooting as well as you expect, they easily could have won this 3-0. So Oxygen gonna have to bounce back in this one. They gave up a few too many chances. But it's not over just yet for Oxygen. We'll see if they can get things going. But GLD probably happy with that performance. It wasn't the shooting they were hoping for, but in terms of possession and control, they did quite well.
Yeah, and I would actually say that in the first half, Oxygen looked to come out on top. There was that one play where Astral had gotten the demo and sniped the goalkeeper mid-air, getting the bump. Farah just could not find the angle, and that was a wasted opportunity. Meanwhile, their defense has been struggling, but man, you think back to moments like that, James, especially when you come into a major, you need to put away those chances.
You certainly do, Turtle. It's devastating, especially at this level. And this point in the season, I was talking about it a bit earlier. We're coming down to the wire, and both these teams are battling against each other to try to secure that spot at the World Championship event. So it's all coming down to this. This is it, Turtle.
And I'm not sure if I like this Oxygen playstyle at this moment. It's very role-orientated. We've got Shawset, the third man. We've got Farah like this, being aggressive, going for demos, and then you try to open up space for Astral to get a solo play. It seems to be effective sometimes, but in other moments, when Astral is getting 2 demos, they're not ready to plan the next step, James. You know, even if you get 2 demos on the field, nobody's expecting. The communication doesn't come out, and Oxygen missed out on a great opportunity.
Oxygen not only missing out on a great opportunity, but they're running low on boost here. Farah had to go all the way to GLD's corner to get boost. Now back on defense. We'll see if it does well for him. And now he does get a look. Goes for net. Tho easily blocked it up. And we'll take it around. But Astral keeping this ball locked in the corner. Some pressure now coming out from Oxygen. A well set up defense at the midfield. You can see Astral now popping to himself, going for the solo play. It's a pinch. It's dropping straight down. Devo, a light tap. Got there in time to deny Shawset.
Oh, that was such good positioning there from Shawset to go in for the follow-up, but the solo play from Astral just wasn't enough, and we haven't seen, I'd say, hardly any midfield passes from Oxygen. Their plan is to take it to the corner, maybe go off the backboard, and then dish it out. But at that point, you're giving too much time, too much space for GLD to get up in the air and find a challenge on that shot.
Oxygen has been crickets on offense. Perhaps that is the time to end it. Shawset, the first goal here for Oxygen in the series, and it comes off a demo from Farah.
Yeah, that was a great demo. That's the third man you need to take out. A lot of times when you're rotating back on defense, you will take out somebody who doesn't really make an impact on the field. You need to find that third man, the goalkeeper who's rotating the net. Farah had him in his sights, took out Tho, and opened up the lane for Shawset.
What Farah? he had an angle to put that in. It would have been tough. It was a very difficult read. Did get the second touch, but didn't find the net. Farah, well done. So for Astral! An underflip. You see him flipping early so he could get this miraculous touch.
Check out the timing on this shot. Astral, that is filthy. What a shot to get the timing on the bottom of your car mid-flip, James.
Oh, if you're new to Rocket League,
Oh my goodness.
you just won't appreciate how phenomenal that shot was.
It's such an amazing shot that you look at it and you almost think it's an accident, James. You
That's
think there is no
aerospace
way.
precision, Turtle.
Yeah.
Aerospace precision by Astral. Though, gonna bounce that down. Oxygen looking like a different team this game. Everyone getting involved. Farah, great start from him, paving the way for the Chaussette goal. And a bump on the goal line, but Farah again there to help out.
And James, we have to pay attention to the defense of Oxygen. They have been much safer as the third man back. It doesn't matter who it is. Usually it's Chaussette, but sometimes Farah would have difficulties. The demos on both sides have been effective. This one now going in favor of GLD.
Though, hard hit across net. And that is one of those basic infield plays that will have a very high degree of success. As a defender, you don't really know what to do because they can either go high above you, they can go out to the midfield, and now a kickoff goal. So even though GLD get one back, they give it up right away.
I love this play from Astral. He doesn't even flip. He just double jumps and makes sure he can get in front of the ball, stuff out whoever's on the other side cheating, and get the dunk. It didn't even seem like he had planned to put that one in the back of the net, just wanted to win the 50, but fortunately enough for Astral, that one did roll in.
It was an unfortunate flip there. You saw the side flip instead of the flip into the ball. I think it was it Nolly there? But regardless, whether it was Nolly or Tho, they're both in very similar Fenix. But that side flip, you're going to lose 50s all the time if you don't keep your mass behind the ball.
I think Farah's the only Octane on the field. The only Octane. He's the lone Octane.
And that, I think that maybe settles the debate about what's better.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's been proven right here.
It's science and math. Devo. Blocked by Astral in the midfield. That's going to be a tap above net. You saw Farah, it was too awkward for him. Left it for Chaussette. Astral. Get a good bounce. Though not the best touch. Astral going for it. A demo on Chaussette. This is a chance now. The ball given up. Farah hits it to the corner in a panic.
Evo off the ceiling. The dunk as well. That was a good looking play, but Tho was not ready or prepared for that 50 to go to the right side of the net. And there have been good looks, James, for GLD, but I think most of it just comes off of the aggression, and Oxygen have been able to have a bit more of a safety net on that rotation. Whenever a player gets demoed, they're prepared for it, and they're able to respond with, I'd say, confidence going into that challenge, no matter if their teammates get demoed or not. And you can see how that affected them. They only gave up one goal to GLD. Meanwhile, Astral was just being a beast on the other side.
Yeah, this was a great game from Oxygen. Pretty much from kickoff, they were getting the physicality from Farah. That led to the first goal. And Astral making plays, getting up, getting involved. We even saw him with that pre-flip, underflip shot.
Goodness, that was
we have to get another look at that. I wasn't even paying attention whether that was going in or not. I was just focusing on the play.
No, it was certainly going to get saved.
Yeah,
there were
that
two
was definitely
people
getting saved.
coming down, somebody from above the net as well, who's going to get the read. And Astral, with that little flip, he just sped the ball up. It touched the ball as lightly as possible, and that's how powerful those little underflips can be, because you don't get too much of a strong hit. It just kind of ricochets off your car and speeds up, which is crazy to look at. You can't get the save. You don't think he's going to have it. There's no way to predict it on defense. And again, it's Astral just blowing our minds with these mechanics, James.
And not only that, when you have a player who's in the vicinity of a ball, it always makes the defense have to take that into account. And that can a lot of times mess up the mindset of a defender, or just add a little bit of extra doubt or uncertainty. Astral, beautiful goal there. Oxygen showing us that they're here to fight. And also, I think maybe battling to prove Twitch chat right. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. It is a best of 7, and we're tied up at 1 game apiece in the series. Devo has been quite silent so far, Turtle.
Yeah. I mean, he has switched a little bit up of his play style. Is this one?
Oh, it's
out.
in.
Is that bouncing in? It does roll in. Maybe I thought it was going to hit the post, but this one, all it took was one dunk from one shot.
That was a tough break. I mean, you don't ever expect that. It was a low hit, but it was just enough in the air to allow for that bounce to take place and get so much pace on it.
Well, and even if you're going for that as a goalkeeper, I don't think you have it in mind to put this one in the net. You're just trying to get in front of it. That one just completely caught him off guard. And we actually do see that a lot from Oxygen, James, is all 3 players getting a bit too eager to put a shot on net or find some pressure that they can continue forward. And it makes counterattacks for the other team that they're up against so deadly and a way to split that defensive Oxygen up.
And we've also seen a couple goals from both teams now where you get that hit and you don't stay behind the ball enough, and that lost 50 results in an immediate goal.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking back to that Astral kickoff. I mean, a lot of times, as long as you're facing the net, it could just go your way.
Great
Devo
pass.
tries to get the free jump.
Johnson!
Oh my goodness, it was wide open, James. Wide open.
And that is tough to see no matter who you're a fan of. Chaussette, that was as good a look as you're gonna get at this level, and he was not able to put it in. It was a wonderful pass from Farah, getting that backboard bounce, beating out the defense. And now a crossbar bounce actually saves Oxygen as well. Rough start now for Oxygen, who started out game 1. They looked pretty decent, still didn't manage to score. Guild had chance after chance, ended up getting that win. Oxygen game 2 looked brilliant. But now in game 3, we see Chaussette struggling early.
Oh, Farah almost got a piece of that, but Nolly has been so good at reading those passes as Chaussette. We've seen him do this so many times before. When that ball's on the top of his car, you know he's gonna make a play. He does it here another time, James. Look at the car control.
Yeah, he's like a circus seal. Had that ball on his head, taking it all around. And it's a good decision to pass that off to Astral, slowing it down. And you saw that opportunity as it was developing. Chaussette, in the past, one of the players that would take every chance, even create chances to go for dribble plays.
But when Chaussette dribbles, it looks like he has the rumble magnet power up. You know, that the ball just stays on his car nonstop. It's not leaving.
Well, sometimes it even looks like the spikes. Chaussette's that good.
The next level.
So, going for the double tap. It's too high, and he pokes it back. Farah had 0 boost. That was actually a disastrous touch. If Farah had any boost at all, that was another goal for Oxygen, but Guild will get away with one there. Backboard pass, Devo up, light touch, Chaussette clearing to the middle. Nolly comes in, blasts it in. You saw that this save was enough to keep the first shot out, but it was right into the danger zone.
Yeah, and credit to Chaussette, but even more credit to the rotations of Guild. They're able to put on 2-3 shots in a row, consecutive hits towards that net. You force Chaussette to go for a pre-jump, waste his boost, and then eventually a better opportunity will come so long as he got that third man rotating in. Nolly gets his second goal here, and Guild, no matter what fancy plays that Oxygen pull out, Guild come through with consistent pressure that results in multiple goals.
And as I said before, Turtle, 5 out of the 6 matches. As we see another goal here and an important insurance goal. Though, and you saw the team bump. It looked like Chaussette and Astral may have ran into each other on the way back.
Yeah, and then that 50 for Tho. Oh, that's another goal that starts in the defensive half for Guild. And he's able just to take it out himself. And like you said, the unfortunate team bump. It's a good 50 there on the kickoff as Oxygen now trail by 2.
All around, it has been a struggle for Oxygen in game 3. Still, there is time left. That one pinched off the elbow and goes out. We saw Chaussette hit the post, have it roll across the goal line.
Wow. I was on his perspective, and I would have bet all of my money that was going into the top corner. There's no way you can get a save on that. And somehow, some way, Guild managed to find touches as Oxygen keep hitting the post and missing by what feels like millimeters.
Sometimes it feels like you're rolling the dice even when you're going for the save, but it's better to take a chance than let it go in. That one off the post. Farah! He will finish it for Oxygen, who have had so many chances. Farah not letting this one slip away.
And there's 32 seconds left. Plenty of time now. Off the post, we've got the crash in the net from Farah to sink it. And we'll see if Oxygen, we've seen them get a kickoff goal before. Something could start here to tie this one up.
And that's a beautiful demo. Farah will have it cleared away. Astral with a challenge. It's going to come back to Nolly. Nolly open net. And Nolly trying to end the hopes of Oxygen in game 3.
That's another one that starts in the defensive half, James. It's the counterattacks. If you catch Oxygen too far forward, one big clear or a solid dribble from your own half, and you could be looking at a free opportunity on that goal line.
But I don't necessarily disagree, Turtle, with what Oxygen did there. You saw Farah pressing, going for the demo. They're down by 1. They had to take the chance.
Absolutely.
They just weren't able to make it happen.
It's a solid decision for sure, but that type of play, it's almost like they're playing as though they're down by 2 goals throughout the whole game. They are aggressive to the end.
It didn't work out for them this time, but not much did for Oxygen. They had some quality shots that were narrowly missed. Chaussette also, the open net miss. That is going to hurt them. But Guild, on the other hand, consistency paying off, taking what Oxygen are giving them when they're finding those spaces, finding the counterattack chances, they're converting.
Yeah, 100%. And I love seeing the player cams as well, looking at the frustration, unfortunately, for Chaussette. You can see he's eager to get back on the pitch because he was, again, so close to getting that shot and hit the post. That could have changed everything for Oxygen. It probably would have forced them to not be as aggressive, and we'd get an overtime at least out of this game. He had a solid dribble pass out here that we're seeing in the replay package, but overall, still looking at the Oxygen defense, as they're struggling.
And talk about Nolly coming in clutch, a hat trick. He has been a nightmare for Oxygen, especially as Oxygen is trying to get clears out of their half. You see Chaussette, he cleared that ball. It was right into the middle, and the speed that Guild is getting on it, especially Nolly, so ready to turn and take the shot. They have been wearing down the Oxygen defense. Oxygen also having some struggles this game, so we'll see how they bounce back. This is a very important game. If Guild can pick this one up, they're going to be moving to match point. And we're in the winter split. We got spring still ahead of us, but it is really getting into getting into the dire situation, the dire time where you need to bank as many points as possible. And Guild right now looking like they might edge out Oxygen.
Yeah, and I mean, moving forward, this is kind of the same Guild that we did see against Galaxy Racer, where they are forced to make a bunch of incredible saves. Even in the pre-show, we had seen a highlight of Nolly getting save after save on the goal line. I think one was even from the backboard. He dropped down, got a pinch into the corner that bounced off the post, and then found another hit. I mean, these guys do not stop when it comes to getting those saves. I'm just worried as to how long that can last, because if Oxygen managed to keep a lot of pressure, take the boost, go for demos with Farah, that's what worked in the past. I think if they utilize that same strategy, but play a little bit more passive as the third man, you could start to see Oxygen take a few more games.
You see Astral flipping all around, turning back, tried to get the shot, ended up getting the demo. A very aggressive start for Oxygen. Chaussette, he misses bad on that 50. Nolly, backboard pass. Devo's there, light touch off the backboard. Tho gets blocked by Astral.
That was a good chance there for Nolly. Lovely speed into the air, and now there's midfield passes coming in from Tho all the way over to Nolly. Getting that connection that they started, all the way back in the Rivals series. Making it here to RLCS X. Love to see it. And Tho has been a consistent striker in Game 5 situations, in clutch moments where They're trying to get somebody to step up. Tho always answers that call.
Another team bump. Astral and Chaussette have been running into each other multiple times this series. Astral out of boost, picked up a small pad, and now it's airborne. Astral gonna leave it for Chaussette on the solo play. Did get the corner boost, so now the table's potentially turning, but Astral's gonna have to get a good touch. Does get it. Farah off the wall. Devo was there to pick up. Tho off the backboard, it's going wide. And Astral taking over. Staying with the ball. Flip reset pushes it downfield. Battle right now, playing out back and forth, looking for possession. Both teams struggling right now to maintain control. Farah, passive play. He'll stay on this ball, got the mid boost. This is looking good for Oxygen. Astral off the corner, infield pass to Chaussette. Chaussette off the backboard. Devo has to come in and help, but still the Sharks are circling. Astral to the corner, it's bouncing up. Chaussette kicks it in reverse, and good speed from Nolly. Perhaps that's enough to relieve the pressure. Now Tho going for the demo, but Farah was able to dodge it.
Yeah, and Farah called the bluff of whoever was trying to get that demo on him. He just stood still, didn't even bother jumping. And the offender just hit, or went right over him, excuse me. It's Astral, another solo play. Maybe if he got a solid 50, it could have been an opportunity to get another touch and follow it up, but they're still looking for their first goal. Oxygen need this win as they don't want to give up a match point to Guild.
This has been a chess match. Oxygen and Guild have been battling at the midfield, trying to take the space when they can. You see the demo attempts from Guild trying to lead that counter. This one definitely feels like it's a one-goal game. Nolly, the side. Tho to Nolly, who's airborne.
Oh.
Down, it's gonna be wide.
We almost saw probably one of the most unreal passes as well. There was a bump play, I believe, from Tho. Almost got the pass off as well, and Farah stuck on defense looking to get some kind of clear out. We're seeing Guild have better pressure. The midfield passes, I'd say, all in favor right now of Guild. When you see Oxygen go up, it's usually just a solo play from Astral or maybe a demo from Farah. I would love to see more passes in the midfield and utilizing each other as teammates.
See, they might have a chance to do that here, Turtle. The clear from Farah. It's gonna have a look for Chaussette. Off the crossbar and down. Devo jumping straight up, needed to get help from Tho.
Chaussette's worst enemy is the crossbar, James. There is nobody else on the field that is more threatening to Chaussette right now than the post.
I think it's the woodwork in general.
Yeah.
Ollie. Oh, Ollie! He has been the goal scorer for Guild, and this time you saw it was a race.
Wow.
Chaussette racing Nolly.
Tho actually saved his flip, James. You could see that. He used his flip so late to get that last second touch. He was running a little bit behind, used the flip, got a touch, and Nolly was able to get the open net where they're catching Oxygen too far forward, but Chaussette, he doesn't hit the crossbar this time. He finds the accuracy.
That is huge for Chaussette. You even saw Astral committing there. If Chaussette hits this off the backboard, that is another counterattack look, but Chaussette stabilized it. It has been a tough series for him, and that goal is gonna bring him right back in.
That is huge. 30 seconds left. They respond that fast, and now Astral, maybe he's got a flip still safe from the reset. Didn't get a 50, but Tho is lurking in the background for a demo, still being aggressive as they look to get another counterattack.
You can feel the tension in the air. Last look, Tho going for the double tap pass off the corner. Devo will have a pass chance. He goes for the bounce. Astral, long clear. Still gonna be playable. Tho will head it down, and we've got overtime. A big game for Oxygen. Guild could move to match point with a win here.
Now the question is, how aggressive will Oxygen be in this OT? Are they gonna keep up that risky playstyle of sending multiple people forward? We just saw a double commit here. This is overtime. You've got to be extra careful as that third man back.
Chaussette staying behind the ball. 50 after 50. Farah now coming in. Farah has been passing it out wonderfully, and now the shot comes in from Astral. It'll be wide. Though, flicks up to Nolly. Nolly looking for the demo on Astral, but Astral was able to dodge it. Ball still back to Tho. Tho missed the second hit, and Chaussette gonna clear it downfield and go for boost. Well, this is a chance for Astral. Solo plays, staying behind the ball, going for the block. It's pinched out. Farah gets beat.
The counterattack
will take it the distance. Another all-in play from Oxygen that ends in disaster.
And it started with Tho as the clutch goalkeeper coming off the backboard, gets in front of the shot, and Nolly finds the counterattack. He just has to dribble that one in, James. It's another moment where Oxygen overextend, desperate for a goal, and Guild managed to hold it on defense.
Guild do it again. Wow. This has been game after game where it seems like this continues to happen, where Oxygen is getting good looks. They're getting chances, but they are sending the house. They're sending the house.
I don't know why. They have Astral. There's no point to send all three players forward in the overtime when you have somebody like Astral on the field who can, you know, if you just give this man maybe, 3-4 minutes, he's going to come up with something. If you give Chaussette a dribble, he's going to find something on the field. There's no point to send everybody forward. Otherwise, you're giving away shots like this straight to Guild. It doesn't make any sense to me, Jay. I'm baffled.
But what does make sense is Nolly. Nolly has been clutch for Guild. No matter what, this guy is finding ways to score. That overtime winner, a big one. And now Guild sitting on match point. They can send Oxygen home and also get a bunch of points banked for Guild as they move on in the tournament, but they're going to have to do it here. And we've seen some surprises this tournament, Turtle, so I would not count Oxygen out just yet.
Oh, you can't. There is no way that you can count them out right now. They fix their their defensive rotations, and they don't send the full house every single play. And I guarantee you Oxygen have what it takes to pull this one back and get game 7.
Chaussette nailing it. Farah has been infield passing, and that has really been a highlight, I would say, with Farah's game. This time coming off a pinch, but Chaussette doing exactly what he needed to.
I actually love that pass from Farah. He hit it forward right to the defender, noticed how he was going to approach it, and prioritized the 50-50 instead of getting the early pass out instead. And that's just a smart play from Farah, a safe one at that. And Tho, what a save there on the corner to at least keep it within 1.
Yeah, that was another opportunity. Perhaps Farah jumping the gun there. I thought he did have the lane as well. It was a great save from Tho, but Farah maybe going, if he goes for a fake there, it looked like he would have had Tho hook, line, and sinker. But regardless, great defensive stop from Tho. He was able to read the play and get the stop, keep this within reach now for Guild. Devo up to Tho. Farah gonna get beat. Off the ceiling, now off the backboard. Chaussette on low boost, still getting a big clear.
Well, look at how fast Nolly was to get up to that shot. We're seeing some of the best defense, I'd say, all tournament long from Guild. That was an outstanding clear from Chaussette. I thought no way anybody could respond, but sure enough, there's Nolly in the air to get a pass out and then go for a counterattack with Tho.
50. Gonna get picked up by Tho. Oh, and a huge miss.
Fake.
Devo the fake. The flick off the post. It's in. He gets some help from the Oxygen defense, but Devo with the mind games making plays.
All you got to do is hit the brakes, glide behind the ball, don't even get a touch, and you're going to destroy the ankles of the defense that's on Oxygen. What a play from Devo. He'd been quiet a little bit throughout the series, making an impact on defense, but now he comes to the offensive side and destroys Oxygen.
And that is a lesson in handbraking for you.
Yes.
Devo using that power slide perfectly.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, you have to assume he's going for the shot, Jay. There's nothing else. You're in match point against Guild. You're throwing everything you got at him.
And Devo has had a relatively quiet series, but that play there, a statement goal. And maybe that's going to kickstart Guild to get this lead and close things out. Oxygen, they're not out of the series yet, but we've seen them get deflated at times, and also they continue to struggle with that defensive composure once they make a big commitment on offense. And we're just past the halfway point now, Turtle, and it's going to only get more difficult for Oxygen.
I would argue that is the most tilting aspect of this game as well, with how amazing Oxygen tend to look on offense with these plays from Astral. With Farah, the infield 50 passing, Chaussette had gotten that dribble early on. I mean, they look so good. But then once they do all that work, they come out on defense and it just goes away. Everything that they worked for, all the boosts that they went for, the demos, it just falls short because your defense can't hold up.
Oxygen, not really defense they need right now. They're going to need to convert on offense, get some confidence back. Oh, Devo, you saw Devo was going for the bump. He wasn't even going for the ball there.
That was terrifying. And he had the idea to go for the bump as soon as he got the first touch. Normally, players will actually go for the bump once they lose control of the air dribble. But there, Devo was like, you know what? I'm just going to see if I can float this one in, get the demo, and make another clutch play for my team.
Devo, we even saw it on his goal. He is one that that does bring creativity to the table.
Yeah.
Devo up quickly. Astral, a piece of it, and this is going to open up a chance, but Chaussette and Farah double commit. And now you see Chaussette having to go backwards. Another double commit. It doesn't bite him, but you see it continue to play out for Oxygen.
Well, that's what's been their weakness this whole series. They can't find and give each other space. And when they do, it's almost too much. It's like Astral's just straight up alone on offense, or he's surrounded by both of his teammates. There is no middle ground, and it's creating this weird dynamic on defense for Oxygen that leaves holes that Guild can exploit.
But this was a nice back pass from Astral. And Oxygen, even though they had 2 double commits in a row, they've still been able to keep this ball in the Guild half. Finally getting cleared out, but Farah will pop it high for Chaussette. A good look, hard shot. Nolly will save it off to the side. Chaussette staying on the ball. Going for the corner boost, but Devo got there just in time. Oxygen, however, not letting off the gas. Though, high pop. Nolly beat to the ball by a mile. Corner bounce, it's out to Devo. Devo, weak clear. Farah gets dunked.
Oh, what a dunk.
Astral has to help. Oh, this is a dangerous ball. Farah gonna get this downfield. And now Nolly back.
Goes there.
Though is there. Backboard.
Double tap.
For the double. The double tap is barely wide and low. That one would have been a shocker. But Oxygen, they keep their life for now.
This is a roller coaster of emotions right now, James. I thought we were going to get a counterattack from Oxygen, and then Guild completely turn it around, booming clear after booming clear. You can't even give one team priority right now with this possession. It's just back and forth.
Guild looking to close it out. And it seems like this has been the script most of the series, where it stays close, but Guild find a way to win. But now the shot saved from Tho. Astral pulling the trigger quick. But Tho again there to make the stop. We've seen him make some big defensive plays for Guild this game.
That's what Guild are so good at, is getting saves nobody expects them to find. And instead of being all over the place and disorganized, Guild then can get a response after that incredible save comes out. They're able to respond, have a counterattack, and move down the field. Nolly will find some insane touch, and Tho is right there to get a counterattack.
Devo has it bounce off the arc. It's not handled very well by Oxygen, but Chaussette did have some space to come in, going for the dribble. Back to the corner. Farah on full boost, pokes it around one, but misses the hit on the other. It's bouncing down. Chance for Devo. Backboard pass. The ditch attempt by Astral. It's panic. Double commit from Oxygen. But the rotation wasn't as tight at midfield. Oxygen getting away yet again with another double commit.
You can literally see the nerves that Oxygen are feeling right now. As this one, there was a demo on the play, not the best touch from Devo, but Tho is there to bail him out. And this ball glides across the net for what feels like the 5th or 6th time this overtime, where Oxygen can't have anybody there for the shot.
But Oxygen, even though the final shot hasn't been there, the possession, they've had moments of fantastic possession. But now, chance for Devo to end it. He doesn't connect. Tho will try to pop it. It's blocked by Chaussette, but Nolly high off the ceiling. Astral gets blocked by Nolly. Nolly, can he do it all alone? Yet again, no. Chaussette will come in and clear to the corner. Backboard pass, dangerously bouncing across net. Though does not want to let this ball out of the half, but he doesn't have a choice. Farah taking it downfield. Devo clearing it right back. It is ping-ponging back and forth.
Does seem like Guild are slowly starting to gain confidence, however, in these challenges. Putting the pressure on Oxygen slowly, taking the midfield boost a little bit more dominantly, trying to find that one gap in the defense that they have found consistently throughout the series.
This is the tournament life for Oxygen. They'll have to stand tall here. Nolly bumping Chaussette. Chaussette can't get to the ball. Farah going for the second effort. Does get it past Nolly. Help from Astral. And pressure is relieved, and now a scoring chance perhaps. Chaussette towards net. Though, right up the middle, dangerous ball. But Devo did get a piece of it. And this has been scary on both ends. Guild and Oxygen both getting in threatening positions. Farah clearing this straight up the gut. Now off the ceiling and down. Chaussette towards net. Nolly has a clear over to Farah. Farah trying to get that over to Chaussette. Chaussette within inches of making the play. And now a demo towards net. Nolly will turn right in front of net. Open net goal for Chaussette. Oxygen stay alive in the series.
And they stayed knocking on the door, waiting for an opportunity. There were several crashes on the net going for a demo. Astral this time gets the connection and finds the physical play. Chaussette before that was also rotating into the net of Guild, trying to get a bump, and it felt like a matter of time. Oxygen finally break that curse and win the overtime.
And this is where you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel if you're Oxygen. It has been a struggle of a series so far, but this win is going to do big things for them and their mentality. Oxygen, we saw multiple double commits. This was not a clean game from Oxygen, but they were still able to pull through. And I think that shows a lot of promise for the Oxygen team. If you could play with that many mistakes and still get the win, you know, there is hope in this series.
Well, and it gets me a little bit worried too for Guild because they were presented with some opportunities, James. You literally just mentioned the fact that everyone on Oxygen, there were double commits left and right on the field. Sometimes the rotations didn't look too pretty, but Oxygen were resilient. They held on, and I still think Guild, if they can pick it up a little bit on those counterattacks that they've been doing well all series long, and that game was by far the worst we've seen so far from them, there are going to be opportunities for them to strike on Oxygen.
Yeah, and that's really what they've been relying on up to this point. And we saw a brief flash of creativity with Devo going for the fake and getting that dribble goal. That is what I think Guild needs more of, is taking that time, slowing it down, and trying to get it around and weave it around the Oxygen defense. They've been relying so much on Oxygen making mistakes, and it has worked up to this point. But we'll see if it's enough for Guild to be able to close out the series that way.
Yeah, and Guild also rely heavily on those goal line saves, those goal line touches from Tho and Nolly, excuse me, as they can't get the 50 there, stuck in their own half to start out this first game. But that's a big clear from Devo as Nolly down the field takes the boost, then goes for a demo. Good aggression so far from Guild.
And it has been very difficult for either team to pull in a goal. We saw a couple of the early 50 goals, but other than that, each goal has been coming at a premium. So difficult to beat these defenses.
And the third man does seem much better positioned, I'd say, on Oxygen. While there have been double commits, most of the time it has not been too detrimental to their defense because they don't double commit all the way forward. They're not sending everyone there. That's usually on defense or maybe in the midfield, which while it is a very big mistake to double commit anywhere on the field, it can't be as bad as throwing everybody forward towards the other side, James. Oh.
And that type of recovery, if they can bring that to even just their offensive rotations and being a bit more clean as well, you really see the threat that this Oxygen team poses.
Yeah.
But Guild, they've shown fantastic consistency. They just need one more game win to close this out, move on, and play Vitality in the lower semis, or the lower finals.
And I wonder if they might have called Farah off to go for the demos. Seems like he hasn't been nearly as aggressive in the past few games than how he started the series.
Yeah, we've seen him perhaps slow down just because of the number of double commits. Maybe being a little bit more thoughtful on the positioning, keeping him from being upfield. And it is the lower 70s. I was right the first time. Vitality, a tough opponent as well.
They're lurking in the background.
It doesn't get any easier the further you go in the tournament, that's for sure. And right now, this has been about as difficult as it gets for both Oxygen and Guild.
It is just so split too on the field, James. I've been watching this ball go back and forth. I mean, it's almost difficult for the player cam as well as that was off the crossbar. Still can't find the net is Oxygen, and you can see you miss one chance, and Guild are ready for a counterattack.
That crossbar has been brutal. A double commit on the goal line, and still, it doesn't come back to haunt Oxygen. 50, that's a quality 50 from Chaussette, going straight down. It was actually on target, forced Nolly to come out and make a save. Astral high up. And that was a beautiful pop down to the ground. Astral trying to maintain control. Demo from Tho through the smoke. Chaussette had to read that ball and get the clear. Nolly. He's been clutch for Guild. But now Tho comes in dead center off the pass from Nolly, and Guild take the lead with 1:32 left.
And a huge shout out to Devo. He actually eliminated the player from Oxygen that was in the corner and gave space then for his teammates to do a little bit of magic. Tho and Nolly, they've been connecting all series long, the dynamic duo. And they get the first goal. We've got match point again for Guild, and Oxygen need to hold on and get something back.
And Turtle, we've had the pleasure of watching Tho play ever since he was fighting to get into the RLCS from the rival series.
He's so clutch.
It has been a trademark of his game. When it gets to be the latter points of the series, the high pressure moments, Tho rarely disappoints.
Absolutely. And you can even see the aggression, getting some demos here. We've only seen Guild. I can't even think of one demo that we saw from Oxygen. There's a bump, actually. The one time we did it, and it's going to roll in. Chaussette. Even after hitting the crossbar, he finally confirms this goal.
Oh, my goodness. The bump from Astral was something else. He still hits the crossbar, though. Even when he's scored,
that's pain.
It's still hitting the crossbar.
I mean, that is just pain. Chaussette has so much power.
What a shot, though.
Into those shots. I mean, it was an incredible shot. Don't get me wrong, James, but still, the crossbar just added a little sauce to it.
And not only that, but Astral, the bump, clearing the way. But still, the shot from Chaussette, he had to weave it around the defense. And this has been an absolute slugfest, Turtle. Oxygen and Guild going back and forth. You know, no matter who wins, you're walking away with bruises after this one.
Yeah, well, it seemed like Guild with that previous demo goal had pretty much reminded Oxygen that they can go for demos, and Astral makes use of that. Now Farah, maybe a flip reset, the lone Octane on the field. Would have loved to see it.
That's why you don't use Octane. Didn't get the flip reset there.
100% would have gotten it on Fennec.
And now the final moments. Will we see some last-second heroics, though? We'll keep it airborne. The touch blocked by Farah. Astral will hit it downfield. And we have overtime. Oxygen, 1 goal from being eliminated from the Winter Major.
Oh, man, in the past few goals for Oxygen have been the Demo's Devo. It takes one kickoff, one dribble, and he hits it.
You see the gallop from Devo, the bucking Bronco, and he bucks that ball around the defense, getting the series winner. Big-time goals coming out from the world champ.
How about that first touch from Devo? You could see he jumped into it early and saw the space, so he kind of tilted his car forward, hit it off the back end of his car, and then popped it up for himself, kept it just within range to get that second touch, and nobody from Oxygen was ready, James.
Man, that was such a fun series to watch. It wasn't the most pretty Rocket League, but when you get two heavyweights in the ring and they're just trading big blow after big blow, it's entertaining. And that's what this game was, or this series was for me, was these teams coming in. It wasn't the most technical, but man, they were really going at it. It was scrappy out there, fighting for every single ball. We saw bumps. We saw everything that you could see in a Rocket League game. That last creative goal from Devo didn't score much, but the goals that he did score were huge for Guild. So this was a series to remember, Turtle.
Yeah, we kind of expected that from Tho, to be honest. While he did have a clutch shot in this individual game, it was Devo at the end of the day with the dribbles that came out on top. Oxygen were trying to bully Guild in the beginning, but Guild's defense held on strong, and they move on.
Well, that's it for this one. Oxygen getting eliminated. Guild will be moving on to play Vitality. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, more RLCSX.